Welcome back to another day in the life of a marketing manager. I've been having such busy weeks lately with one of our bigger projects that we've worked on for a while, which is this templates website that I talked about in my last day in the life. It has been all hands on deck, and we've been really lucky because we actually got some dev hours from one of our software developers to help us out with just expediting this project launch. We usually typically just have one web developer that helps us with marketing work, so having two developers really was a game changer, and we were able to push this through so much quicker than usual. So today is going to be a continuation of that project. I also want to go over sort of all of the things that I have to consider when building a new website. So things from design to the user experience to the analytics and tracking, the plugins we use. I thought this would be a really good opportunity to actually show that, because usually I don't get to talk about every single aspect in this way. But today my main task is to go over the site that has been built and make sure that all of these smaller administrative tasks are complete and that the site is set up properly. So I thought it was the perfect opportunity to go through that with you as well. I actually am also going to be heading to a coffee shop later. I've been really enjoying sort of going out to a coffee shop midday just to get a change in environment and headspace. I have my first meeting now, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop into that before we touch base on everything that I need to do today. So today I'm going to be continuing on with the templates website. I probably won't need any of Rod's hours today. Before we continue, I want to give a quick thanks to today's video sponsor, Delta Hub. Delta Hub creates products that helps you feel inspired and productive both in your office and when you're on the go. They sent me their Formal 3-in-1 laptop bag to try out, and it was the perfect thing for me to take to at the coffee shop. It features a convertible flap that turns a sturdy laptop bag and secure sleeve into an on-the-go stand. The stand features a 15-degree angle that essentially allows you to create a little workspace no matter where you are and have better ergonomics even when you're working remotely. You can really tell that they considered every detail when it comes to the design of this product. It comes with an adjustable strap so that you can quickly convert your laptop sleeve into a bag. It even has a stretchy pouch in the back for you to carry some additional items such as a charger, notebook, or mini mouse. They've even got their logo embossed on the strap. Overall, it's just a well-designed and functional product, and I'm super excited to continue to use it while I work remotely. If you've been on the hunt for a laptop bag for a while, make sure you check out the Formal bag by Delta Hub. I've linked it in the description below. So I'm starting out today in the new website. Here's what it looks like, just a sneak peek. It's actually going to be a super cool site. We're going to be offering tons of free templates, like financial templates. So if you're a small business owner looking for an invoicing template or an estimates template or a budgeting template, we're going to have all these amazing free resources on this site. And that is like the sole purpose of this site, is just to provide more of these free downloadable resources. So once the site is complete, I will make sure I link it in a video, because I do think this could be really helpful for some of you as well. But we're starting out here, and we are going to create a Notion page where we write down all of the edits for this site. There's just some minor design changes that I want made to the site. So we're going to go and request for these from our developer, and then I can actually go in and edit some of the copy and the actual templates myself. My workflow for this usually is I just create a Notion page within our releases database, and then really it's just simple. I just type a numbered list, so like 1, add 80 pixel to margin top. And then just to take it a step further to ensure that the developer is going to do exactly what I'm asking, I'll actually open up Inspect, find where that specific element is. So for example, if I wanted it for, let's say it's like this section that you see selected in blue, I'll actually go and do the change here. So in Inspect, you're able to change like the margin, the padding, you're able to adjust the CSS code or add your own. So I'll add that spacing there and you can see exactly what it did. I added 40 pixels to the top, and then I'll take a screenshot of this page using this tool called Sketch. I think I've mentioned Sketch before, but it's just a more robust screenshotting tool where you're actually able to mark up the screenshot after. So this is the screenshot. I'm gonna just put a box around where I want that spacing to be. You can see that the element is selected here in the HTML, and then I highlight the margin box as well. I think when you do it this way, there's just no room for error of exactly what you want. Plus, I really do enjoy using Inspect just to test out different spacing and changes before I ask the developer to actually go and make those changes. You do have to have a little bit of HTML and CSS knowledge to use it, but it's something that you can learn really quickly, and it's something that I learned sort of like very early on in my time when I first started discovering like website creation and even just like customizing my own blog. There are so many free resources out there for you to do that, so I'll try to link a few in the description box below, but I'm just gonna comb through each element and just make sure that I like the spacing, test out new spacing if I need to, and then, oh, the really cool thing is you can actually close Inspect and all of the changes that you apply to the site will still be there up until you refresh that page. So we're gonna work through that for a little bit and just make sure I get all the changes over to him, and then we will do a little bit of work within WordPress. Okay, I've started on actually another Notion doc where I'm just listing out some changes for another developer to work on. We're really trying to make this as efficient as possible. But in this doc, I actually added the GA4 tracking code that we want to apply for this site. Because it is a new site, obviously we don't have any events set up, any conversions set up, or the tracking applied at all. So I'm gonna go through and just list out everything that we need applied to the site, so it makes it super easy for the developer to go ahead and do the work. I think the tedious part about this is actually going through and creating naming conventions for all of our events, and then screenshotting all the areas on our site where we're going to need to create events. I know they say that Google Tag Manager makes it super easy for you to create new events without the help of a developer, but at the end of the day, I still think it is a faster process for her to do rather for me to do, and I just want to make sure that I am not making any mistakes because I don't have that much experience with Google Tag Manager, at least setting it up. So I think this is still going to be the best way to make sure everything is done correctly and without error. For this new site, since we will have a couple of different post types, aka we'll have a blog still. We haven't started on creating that yet, but it is something that I think that we will implement just because it will help with SEO. But we also will have this post type called templates, which are the templates and the free resources that we will be offering. So something that you can do if you're working with a developer on WordPress is you can actually get them to create a custom post type for you. This is actually something that I didn't know about WordPress for a very long time, especially because most of my experience with WordPress was just personal, and it was really just me learning how to use it and how to really customize it for a website. When I'm using WordPress for a personal project, I typically apply a theme and then I follow the guidelines of the theme, but I'll add a CSS on top of the theme to make it look the way I want. However, there are these sort of back-end things that you could probably learn to do yourself, but if you're working with a developer, it'll just be effortless for them to do it. So I'll show you what I mean by custom post type. Okay, so here's what the back end of our WordPress looks like. You can see that we still have posts, which is typically where you would write a new blog post, but we also have this custom post type, which is called templates now. And when you're going in to create a new template, so I just hit add new template, and then you'll see this slightly different page from what you would usually see with a post. So I'll show you what a blog post looks like. If you already use WordPress, you'll be pretty familiar with all of these layouts and backend pages. But this is what it looks like when you're adding a new blog post. For the templates backend, instead of having a main sort of text block area, your developer is able to create these custom fields for you to fill out. I think this is a pretty crucial reason to create these custom post types, because if you're able to dictate custom fields like this, it makes it foolproof foolproof for somebody who has no experience with WordPress to come in and see, okay, these are all the things that I need to fill in. I need to fill in a title, I need to fill in a URL slug, and then I need to upload my templates. I've got some SEO stuff to fill out, and I can choose a category for the template. I have seen custom post types being used in the past where it still looks something like this, but they've just applied a CSS template on top of a post page. But I think that if you are going to utilize this feature, ask your developer to create custom fields for you that dictate exactly what you need filled in on that page, because this is just gonna make it super simple for you to use as the person who's actually going to be creating the posts, or in my case, templates. And then another one of my teammates can also come in and do this super simply without any trouble. My obsession with mechanical keyboards just keeps on growing. EpoMaker actually sent me their TH Pro 75 DIY kit along with their linear switches and these sushi keys. So I got to put this bad boy together all by myself, and let me tell you, when I say that I am obsessed with the whole process of building a mechanical keyboard or just putting one together, oh my god, it is so much fun. So excited to play around with this new keyboard. It's the first time that I'm putting one together, and I'm using the EpoMaker Wisteria switches. The color of them are super cute. They're like a purpley lavender casing with like green switch. I actually already bent one, but it's my first time, so that's my excuse. Here's a quick little sound test. Let me know if you want more details on the board, the keys, or the switches, but I'm really digging it so far. Do note though, I have incredibly long nails right now, at least for me. So you're gonna be hearing the sound of my nails on the keyboard as well when I type. Here's the key itself. And then here's what it sounds like with no nails. Have to use literally my knuckle, but here's what the keyboard sounds like when I'm typing. Honestly, the spacebar feels really sturdy, and these other keys do. Just the backspace, there's a little bit of looseness on just this one side. It also has this really cute switch here, which you can use to adjust volume and to mute. I got the super cute sushi keycaps, so I have these two guys to replace my command keys, and then these two guys to replace my page up and page down. But other than that, the rest of the keys are pretty standard. I personally love these type of keys where the letter is in the middle of the key rather than on the like upper corner like it is with these ones. I just think it makes the board look so cute and whimsical, and almost gives it a fun modern look rather than that traditional keyboard key. I also got the little white coil cable because I've been using a regular USB-C cable for all of my keyboards, and I just wanted something a little bit more fun. I think if I ever get another coil cable, I'll get one that's a little bit more colorful, but my desk currently is obviously very white, so this actually works really, really well. Ooh, I will say I love that it's silver detailing, and it's why I got this silver switch as well. I personally just love silver over gold, and I love that this is silver. Side note, one thing I have been really loving about this Arc browser is when you scroll away from a YouTube video, it'll actually pop up a separate screen. So I usually just have like the actual video playing on one Arc browser, switch to a different tab on my actual desktop, and then I can have this movable little video screen. So I'm vibing to Tam Mai while I finish up these templates.